Reinhard Bonnke, the evangelist who ignited a spiritual revival in Africa. Journey into the extraordinary life of Reinhard Bonnke, the world-renowned evangelist whose unwavering faith and powerful ministry transformed the spiritual landscape of Africa. From his humble beginnings in post-war Germany to preaching to millions across the continent, Reinhard's story is a testament to what God can do through one obedient servant. Explore his groundbreaking crusades, miraculous healings, and lasting legacy in this in-depth documentary. In the heart of Africa, one man's voice echoed louder than the largest crowds. Reinhard Bonnke, a name synonymous with faith, miracles, and spiritual revival, dedicated his life to one mission, leading millions to Christ. This is the story of a man who believed that no soul was beyond saving, a story of faith, persistence, and the power of the gospel. Part 1. The Formative Years, A Young Boy's Calling. Born on April 19, 1940, in Königsberg, East Prussia, Reinhard Bonnke grew up amidst the devastation of World War II. The youngest of 6 children in a deeply Christian family, Reinhard's early life was shaped by faith and hardship. At the age of 9, Reinhard experienced a defining moment. He heard God's call to become a missionary. It wasn't just a fleeting thought, it was a burning conviction that stayed with him for life. Reinhard pursued his calling, training in theological studies in Swansea, Wales. But his vision extended far beyond academia. He was preparing for a mission field that few others dared to dream of, the vast and diverse continent of Africa. Part 2. Africa. In 1967, Reinhard and his wife Annie arrived in Lesotho, southern Africa. The early years were challenging. They lived humbly, ministering to small congregations in rural areas. But Reinhard wasn't satisfied. He had a God-sized vision, to see the entire continent of Africa washed in the blood of Jesus. This vision wasn't just symbolic. Reinhard believed it was a divine mandate, and he set out to fulfill it with unwavering faith. Part 3. Early Ministry Challenges and Breakthroughs. The early days of Reinhard's ministry were far from easy. Attendance was small, resources were scarce, and skepticism loomed large. But Reinhard's faith never wavered. In 1974, Reinhard established Christ for All Nations, CFAN, a ministry that would soon grow to global prominence. His first major breakthrough came with the use of a massive tent that could hold 10,000 people. It wasn't long before the tent was overflowing. Word of miraculous healings and transformed lives spread like wildfire. Part 4. Crusades that shook the world. Reinhard's ministry reached unprecedented heights in the 1980s and 1990s. The tent was replaced with open-air crusades that drew millions. His largest gathering, held in Lagos in the year 2000, saw over 6 million people attend across 5 days. In a single service, 1.6 million people gathered, an attendance record unmatched in human history. These gatherings weren't just large, they were life-changing. Miracles of healing, deliverance, and salvation became hallmarks of Reinhard's ministry. Part 5. The Power of Faith and Miracles. Reinhard's crusades were not just events, they were encounters with the supernatural. From blind eyes opening to the lame walking, testimonies of miracles poured in from every corner of the continent. Beyond the physical miracles, Reinhard's work inspired a generation of African pastors and evangelists, multiplying the reach of the gospel. Part 6. Legacy and Passing the Torch. In 2017, Reinhard Bonnke handed over the leadership of CAN to Daniel Kolenda, a man he had personally mentored. This transition ensured that the mission to evangelize the world would continue. Even in retirement, Reinhard remained a voice of encouragement, authoring books and sharing his story with millions. Part 7. A Life Well Lived. On December 7, 2019, Reinhard Bonnke passed away at the age of 79, but his impact lives on. Through his ministry, over 79 million people made decisions to follow Christ. Reinhard Bonnke's story reminds us that God can use anyone who is willing to say yes. What legacy will you leave? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring stories of faith and transformation.